Ayun, yeah. Thank you very much. Hindi ko po nakita yung comments ninyo. Again, thank you for letting me know. Again, yung pag-uusapan natin tonight will be combining workouts with a low carb lifestyle. Wala palang audio yung first few minutes natin, and gratefully na-mention po dito sa comment section. Thank you for being active, letting me know. So, yung idea po na ito nanggaling po sa prinsipyo na most of our life, we thought that carbohydrates, the go food, is the only source of fuel. So, by idea, without it, you cannot function properly. You cannot do your work. You can't go to school. You cannot think properly. I remember during my elementary days, alam niyo yung nasa classroom kayo, tapos meron diyang poster. Tapos, dun sa poster, usually may food pyramid yan. Anong nasa ilalim, yung sa base ng food pyramid? It's the carbohydrates, tama? So, I believe on that idea. So, from elementary down to the first few years na nagtatrabaho po ako, nakadepende po ako sa carbohydrates. How much more with workouts? Diba? So, if I want to work out, grow my muscle, I need to refuel my carbohydrates. That's the previous idea about, refueling through carbohydrates. Now, pag-usapan natin how can you sustain it. Sa mga naglo-low carb dyan, sa mga naglo-moderate carbohydrates, or maybe sa mga nagka-carnivore, how can you sustain it? Pakilagay naman dyan sa comment section yung mga tips natin how you can sustain this one. Again, thank you sa mga nag-mention na I had no audio kanina. So at least na-fix natin. Ganda gabi po sa inyo, Ma'am Mary Merce Valencia. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? And also we have here, right. Yeah, gandang gabi po sa inyo, Ma'am Banji Mercado. Yes, good evening po. Coach Riz is also watching. Kamusta po tayo, Ma'am? Ayan Ladroma is watching. Nick Feder. Yes, Ma'am. Hello po sa inyo, Ma'am. We have here, yes, sa mga nag-mention, okay na po yung audio ko. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Ma'am Sab is one of my dedicated students. Kamusta po tayo, Ma'am? Looking forward to have our session real soon. We also have here Italia Napoles. Tita Yongdes. Alin, nakompleto ko yung pag-pronounce ng name ni Ma'am Italia. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan, Ma'am, sa Tokyo? For sure, life is fast. And I'm not sure if furious, but I'm sure it's fast. Ma'am Italia. Watching from New Jersey, si Sir Raymond. Kamusta po yung buhay natin dyan, Sir Raymond? We have Ma'am Beth Avila watching from Pampanga. Good evening to you, Ma'am Liza. Kakagaling lang yan sa isang magandang bansa. Si Ma'am Liza. Kamusta po tayo, Ma'am Liz? Hilda Bunda is also watching. Kamusta tayo, Ma'am? Isa sa mga modern adults natin. Tingnan niyo yung mga pictures at saka workouts ni Ma'am Hilda. Nakakamangha. Nesito Katubo. Yes, kamusta po tayo, sir? Emmanuel Saliba watching from Cavite City. Yes, napakagandang place po yan. Lofina Diaz is also watching. So ano yun na nga? Anong nangyari this weekend? Pumunta kami sa Cainta with Dr. Iris Radev. So pumunta siya dito sa mga followers dito ni Dr. Iris Radev. For sure marami dyan. From Canada to Philippines, nag-travel po siya to hold the first ever God First Healing Ministry. So yung nangyari doon, it's holistic event. There was a topic about abundance financially. There was a topic about emotional health, mental health as well. Si Dr. Iris nag-focus sa emotional mental health. I focus on muscle building dun sa part ko. Coach Dan focus on low carb. So napaka-holistic ng event. Napaka-jam-pack. At saka yung mga nagdoon sa event natin, paki-comment naman dyan sa mga nakamit ko doon sa event. Yes, I can acknowledge you. Napaka-full pack ng event. So I believe it won't be the last. I believe it will be bigger next year. So kita-kita po tayo doon sa event natin. And then of course, anong nangyari din, we had a interview doon kay Dr. Iris Radev. Mamaya ipapakita ko po yung video natin na in-interview namin si Dr. Iris Radev. She was happy na nag-put siya ng time to it. So a busy woman put a time for our interview, so we're so happy about it. Sige. So, we'll talk about combining workouts with a low-carb lifestyle. Sino po dito sa comment section ang nasa low-carb na, fat-adapted na po kayo? You are depending on fats as your main source of fuel. Okay, that's the first question. Sino po sa inyo dito ang nag-low carb na, fat adapted pa, at the same time nag-workout na? How's the energy levels? Pag-comment naman dyan sa comment section, no? So we can have some tips. I know there's no one size fits all, at saka when it comes sa response sa katawan natin, iba-iba. Sa mga nag-start, nag-low carb tapos diretso workout agad, some of them cannot sustain it. Some of them have to wait for 30 days, 25 days. So iba-iba talaga. Hello to you, Ma'am Pilar Bagsit. Kamusta po tayo, Ma'am? Watching from Batangas yan. Leonisa David watching from Jensan. Yes. Hello to you, Nick. Yes. Kamusta po tayo? Lintuan. Watching from Saudi. Yeah. Marami tayong nakatune in dito from Saudi, no? Mission 22 Jennifer, yes. Maulan po dito sa Kay Pombo, Santa Maria, Bulacan. Yes, watching from Hong Kong dito si Ma'am Mail Lim, Maria Teresa, at saka si Neonita Lim Larios. Pagpatuloy natin yung mga shout-out natin mamaya. So number 1 dito, how can you sustain it? Replenish electrolytes. When you go for low carb, depleted yung carbohydrates, tama. So, yung carbohydrates, one of the qualities kasi ng carbohydrates, it can retain water. So, imagine nyo nga, yung 1 gram lang ng carbohydrates can nakaka-retain po siya around, when combined with water, mga 3 to 4 grams na po siya in total. So, can you imagine that if you are taking a lot of carbohydrates, tataasin yung water retention. Pero kapag pinaba mo yung carbohydrates, of course, mababa din yung water retention. So what do you need to do? You have to replenish your body liquids through electrolytes. So marami pong klaseng electrolytes, may homemade electrolytes na pwede nyo pong ipag-prepare through homemade formulas like cream of tartar, sea salt, Epsom salt, baking soda. Yun po yung usual na ingredients natin dyan. May mga ready-made naman na mga electrolyte drinks, kagaya ng G-Active. No? Maraming options din for that. You have to make sure then na yung potassium, magnesium, sodium are in good levels if you want to go for ready-made na electrolyte drinks. So, again, kapag nasa low carb ka, it can cause electrolyte imbalance. Okay? So, adding electrolyte drink can sustain your intense workout. So, yung best pre-workout, I believe, is electrolytes, especially salt. It will retain water and then, of course, it will sustain yung workouts ninyo. Always bring with you your electrolyte drinks. Coach Nins, wala pa po akong cream of tartar. Wala akong pambiling supplement. Start with sea salt lang muna. A pinch of sea salt before your workout or even during your workout. You have to replenish it all throughout. Okay, so that's number 1. Replenish electrolytes. So to answer this question pala muna before I dive into the second tip, I will show to you our interview with Dr. Iris Radeb. Napakahaba po nito. But I will show to you the part lang na sinagot niya na yung question ko na if it's possible to just sustain low carb without workouts. Possibly po ba iyon? Low carb lang, walang workouts. Possibly po ba iyon? So that's the question I asked to Dr. Iris Radeb. Papakita ko po yung video na iyon dito. Alright. For them to work out as well.
Lagi kong sinasabi yun, parang ano nga coaches is, di ba nga sabi ko, I'm so happy na nandyan kayo. Kasi for the longest time, syempre, alam natin, people, because of the siguro amazement na rin sa low carb. Minsan nabibigyan ng siguro, I don't know, ibang klaseng publicity na you don't need to exercise na. Parang nagtatapos na doon yung advice. Hindi mo kailangan mag-exercise, mag-low carb ka lang. But of course, you know, being a doctor with all the information na alam ko, kailangan meron because the low carb is just one part of it. Siyempre, fasting is the other part of it. But of course, sustainability is the biggest part of it. Ngayon, nakakakita na tayo no, sa community. Sa mga hindi nakakaalam, I guess for the last ilan ng years, more than siguro 16 years or so, I would call myself bordering between liberal, keto to liberal low carb. So I've always been low carb. Kung titingnan ko yung sa aking journey, there's that sustainability since dalaga, ganyan. And that's because of the active lifestyle. So, ito yung nakikita natin yun sa community natin. Some of the low carbers are now 2 years into the journey, 3 years. Anong napapansin ng karamihan? Slowly creeping back na, no, yung kanilang mga dati, saya-saya nila sa weight loss nila. Lahat sila nagsipayatan. Ngayon, unti-unting nagiging bakit parang puffy na ulit siya, right? But low carb pa rin naman sila. What's the key? Sustainability. The body figures out eh. May fat thermostat. It's in your brain. The body figures that out at some point na less yung pumapasok sa'yo. So, it will adjust yung kanyang metabolic rate din. When it does that, then same intake ka, nagtataka ka, bakit ka tumataba? It's because nag-slow down na rin yung metabolism and adjust ng thermostat mo. So, one of the ways to sustain that is intermittent fasting. So, fasting na medyo nakakatulong sa pag-reset ng thermostat, pero you have to be consistent. And then the other way, of course, is resistance training. Muscles talaga. Building muscles. And I like yung what you guys promote, yung body composition. Focus more on that rather than just losing the weight. Kasi without that talaga ang hirap i-sustain. Not only sustainability, napakarami niyan eh. Ang sa akin kasi matanda na ako, longevity, 'di ba? Being a functional grandma. Kasi ayoko yung I've seen it all too often. I also want to be grandma na nakikipag-abulan sa apo. So these are, some of the more practical reasons na bakit hindi lang enough na low carb, bakit kailangan may fasting and resistance training specifically for exercise.
So see, it's for functionality, it's for flexibility at saka longevity. So mention doon ni Dr. Iris Radev, hindi enough na low carb ka lang. You have to be strong because if your body is strong, you can make habulan sa ulan, magtampisaw sa ano yung kanta niyo na nakalimutan ko na. 'Di ba? You can run after your apo kasi you have the strength. Na last time dun sa talk, inask ko yung audience if you have your phone case. Sino sa inyo dito may phone case? Okay. Ito may phone case ako dito. Okay. Phone case. Okay, may phone tayo dito. May phone case. Tama. So, bakit merong phone case yung phone natin? For protection. Very few people would dare na gumamit ng phone without the phone case. Kasi what will happen if malaglag yung phone, walang phone case? Okay, most likely, mababasag siya. There are instances like that. Excuse me. Now, using the same analogy, yung phone case is like the muscle, okay, for our body, at saka yung phone is the bones. What will happen if walang enough muscle mass? Kapag natumba ka, it will lead to fracture. So you really have to stimulate muscle growth. And that's only possible through workout. The best way to grow muscle, of course, protein is there, but you really need to lift weights. Resistance training dun yung sinabi ni Dr. Iris Radev. That's number 1, no? Replenish electrolytes. Number 2 is eat healthy fats. Bakit kinakailangan ng healthy fats? There are 2 sources of fuel. We have carbohydrates. We have fats. So kapag yung fat is converted into energy, that's what we call ketones. So for most of us na nakadepende sa carbohydrates, of course, your body will adjust na kapag depleted na yung carbohydrates. Alam yung katawan natin is very smart. Ano mangyayari kapag depleted na yung carbohydrates? It will adjust and adapt. Wala ng carbohydrates, wala ng fuel. Anong gagawin ng katawan mo? It will adjust to another source of fuel. And that's why we have fats. Saan mo makukuha yung healthy fats? You can have it from your meat. You can have it from your avocado, from your nuts, of course, from your olive oil, from your coconut oil, from your butter. Ito po yung mga healthy fats. Again, eating fat won't make you fat. You really need to know yung the mentals ng healthy fats. Of course, you do it with moderation kasi at the end of the day, kapag nagsangyup ka, that's healthy fat by the way. Kapag unli ka parati, okay, nagtataka ka, hindi ka nag-lose ng fat, hindi ka nag-lose ng weight. Obviously, kasi surplus yung kinakain mo. No, kahit low carb ka pa, surplus yung fat na kinakain mo, it won't lead to losing fat. So, very important to eat healthy fats, prioritize that along with your protein. That's number two. Number three, you have to monitor your energy levels. I would suggest sa mga nag-start ng low carb for the first week, walking lang muna plus stretching. Walking plus stretching kasi yung body mo will adjust pa. Ano pa siya, you have to give time for it to deplete muna yung carbohydrates, of course. Kapag nag-deplete yan, of course, most likely, kapag hindi ka pa fat adapted, your energy will deplete as well for a short while. And kapag nag-workout ka, baka yung katawan mo mabigla. What will happen? Ma-trauma yung katawan mo. Hindi ka na babalik ng workout. I have a friend, na-meet ko lang siya actually dun sa event last Sunday sa God First Healing Ministry ni Dr. Iris Lade. Yung ginawa niya, very drastic siya sa low carb. Tapos nagba-basketball pa siya. So, depleted na yung electrolytes kasi hindi siya nag-electrolyte drink. Depleted pa yung protein kasi hindi tama yung protein niya. Plus, nagba-basketball pa siya. Naku, grabe. Natuwa ako because of his willpower. But at the same time, natakot. Paano niya na-sustain yun for a year? Actually, after doon, sabi niya, because of that, na-trauma siya sa low carb. Okay. So, that's the sad part kasi hindi siya medyo na-equip lang with the right information about low carb. You can sustain low carb plus exercise given you apply these things, no? So, eat healthy fats, monitor mo yung energy levels mo, okay? And of course, number 4 natin dito is, of course, this is a recommendation for others. I do not recommend this for everyone, but you may want to consider carb cycling. When you say carb cycling, you may want to consider yung mga days na yung energy levels mo very, very low. Okay? At saka you have a goal to gain muscle. So, you don't want to compromise yung workout. Kasi posible na yung energy mo very low, yung easiest response is hindi ka mag-workout. Tama. Pero what if very deep yung energy levels mo, very low, and you want to work out? You may want to consider carb cycling. Now, it's not about carb indulgence. It's about planning, having occasional complex carbohydrates to refuel, especially in mga days na intense yung workouts mo. Kagaya ng leg day o yung focus ka sa leg workouts. So, ang mangyayari niyan, kailangan mo ng extra energy for that. So, what will you do? I would suggest for others, you may want to go for kamote kasi that's a form of complex carbohydrates. For others na may concern din sa blood sugar levels nila, of course, you have to know ano po yung recommended for you. Most of my students right now sa coaching program ko, nangayayat, nasobrahan ng payat sa low carb. So from time to time, I would recommend for them to eat some form of carbohydrates. And that's totally okay. Kasi it's monitored and then it's not indulgence at saka nag-workout sila. Okay. Also, I like to add to that you have to time your carbs right. So, if you want to consume your carbs, consider mo i-timing mo siya during your workouts then or maybe before your workouts. It can aid you for recovery afterwards. So, again, what are the recommended carbohydrates for those who want to build muscle? We have kamote kasi may combination siya ng fiber that can help you. For others, merong part we recommend rice. But again, case-to-case basis siya. We don't recommend it for everyone, but you have to know ano po yung right na program for you. Okay? You time your carbs right. So that's another recommendation for you. And lastly, I like to add to that you have to listen to your body. Everyone reacts differently. What's my lifestyle now? So, ang lifestyle ko ngayon, so I eat 3 times a day. Kasi nasa bulking stage po ako ngayon, there are parts sa meals ko na nilalagyan ko ng complex carbohydrates. Tapos nagwo-workout po ako for at least, I'm enjoying workout. So, it's non-negotiable for me. I don't feel good without workout. So for others, parang punishment yung workout. For me, it's a way of interrupting my day at saka to refuel at saka replenish my mind. Nakaka-relax kasi yung workout. I'm not sure if nakaka-relate kayo. After ng workout, yung mind mo relax. Tapos I feel lighter after a workout. And that's actually scientifically proven. Kasi when you work out, your body will release endorphins, and that's the happy hormones. And that's why after a workout, or maybe for some of you jogging or running, napawisan ka, you feel light and happy. That's endorphin. Sense of accomplishment, kumbaga. So, listen to your body. You have to know ano po yung adjustable for you na schedule for your carbohydrates at saka for your supplements din. I had my cutting stage. When I say cutting stage, yung nagpa-lose po ako ng fat. So nga right now, my weight is around 68 to 69 din po siya naglalaro. When I hit my ideal body composition, I would cut, so maglo-lose po ako ng fat. And then, babawasan ko na yung frequency of meals ko. Tapos yung extra ko na complex carbs. Tapos extra fats ko din, babawasan ko po yun. Then what will happen, bababa yung energy ko for sure. Those sa mga nagka-cutting, you would feel hindi ka po makakabuhat ng ganun ka-intense compare na nasa bulking ka. So what I do, usually kinatime ko yung complex carbs ko 30 minutes before workout. And sometimes during mga intense day, I do my electrolyte drinks, no? And that's non-negotiable. And caffeine. So doon ko po minamaximize yung impact ng caffeine. Yung effect po ng caffeine, it can boost your energy. So you can maximize it. 30 minutes before your workout, drink coffee, tapos have your workouts. And that worked for me really good. So after a month, siguro babalik ako sa cutting and you will see mag-iba po yung mukha ko. As you can see right now, yung mukha ko medyo bilog. Okay, tama? Bilog ba? And then you would observe, no, of course, kapag nasa ganitong stage ka, it's normal na tataas yung body fat mo. And no need to feel alarmed as long as yung pagdagdag mo ng weight doon sa struck sa weighing scale, hindi ganun ka-drastic. Dapat po we do for clean bulking na you don't do it drastically kasi when you do drastically, drastic din yung pagdagdag ng body fat. Okay, so that's normal, it's temporary. And after which, makikita niyo po yung, wala akong jawline ngayon eh. Walang jawline, no? Okay. Kapag nasa cutting ako, babalik yung jawline. Ako, na-miss ko yung jawline ko. O, hindi mo na siya kita ngayon eh. Well, that's okay. So, that's the idea here. These are the things that I want to mention again. It's really possible to combine workouts plus low-carb lifestyle. I mentioned here, replenish electrolytes, eat healthy fats, monitor energy levels, consider carb cycling, time your carbs right, listen to your body. And again, I don't mention here yung protein kasi I've said it many, many times and actually all the time. And it's very possible. I cannot emphasize it even further. And I know all of you already know na protein talaga is non-negotiable. Regardless if you are working out or not, regardless if you are into muscle gain or losing fat stage, bulking ka man or cutting, protein talaga is non-negotiable. And speaking of non-negotiable, meron tayong non-negotiable tomorrow. Kasi tomorrow, we will release the ebook 2.0. So, yung mga naka-apply ng ebook 1.0, I'm sure some of you have experienced some progress with your health. Tama? Paki-comment nga dyan sa mga naka-try na purchase ng ebook 1.0 natin. Meron tayong improved version. And this one is more comprehensive. More comprehensive when it comes to your nutrition and to your workout. More comprehensive when it comes to your videos. Kasi this time, yung videos natin dito is specific. Last time yung sa video natin sa workout, ako po yung nasa video, lalaki. And we realize kapag lalaki yung nasa video, yung mga babae, medyo na-intimidate sila. Kasi all of you, aminin natin, you don't want to have a body figure like I have right now. Of course, kasi lalaki po ako, iba po yung body composition ko. So, you want to follow a coach na you want yung the same na body composition na gusto nyo. So, you will be amazed kasi dito sa ebook 2.0 natin, babae na yung nasa workout videos. So meron tayong coach na babae. You will see it sa ebook 2.0. I won't name muna yung coach na babae na nasa video natin. But I'm sure you will be inspired din to work out through this coach na babae. I'd like to mention that. No? Babae na po this time. Of course, yung mga lalaki naman, yung makikita nyo po sa video, lalaki naman. So, I think that will help you as well to step up as well. And of course, I have a recommendation for others naman. If you want to level up yung program ninyo, you want feedback, you want someone to correct and push you, still we're opening our one-on-one coaching. We have team of coaches and a coach that will guide you every step of the way. Some of you gusto niyo babaeng coach. Yes, pwede po yan. Meron po ditong coaches ngayon nakikinig. Si Coach Des is one. We have Coach Regina is also here. We also have here Mrs. Yub. Nandito din siya. Yeah. So, mga coaches natin na babae at saka marami pa. Coach Malu is also present as well. So, iba-iba yung coach, nakadepende din sa goal ninyo. Okay, again, hello sa mga live viewers natin. I will try to answer some of your questions, but yung Q&A natin na focus talaga will be on Thursday. So, every Thursday, we have our live Q&A. Sige, Coach, which is better? Sabi ito ni Ma'am Nunita Lim Larios. Coach, which is better? Exercise during fasting or exercise after 5 p.m. last meal in the afternoon before sleep. Now, I'll give you the principle, Ma'am Nunita. This is a good question, and then you will decide. Number one, the best schedule for workout is the one you can stick to. Kasi kapag pag-pick natin sa workout schedule, kapag komplikado naman siya, you cannot sustain it, you really need to change it. So number one, dapat you can stick with that workout schedule. Number two, you should time yung workout mo not before your meals. Okay, so for example, kumain ka ng first meal mo at 12 noon. Tapos 12:30 or 1 p.m. mag-workout ka. So that's not recommended. Kasi again, it is not optimal na yung katawan mo will be focusing on absorption and digestion tapos nag-workout ka. Some people would vomit, no, masusuka. At saka hindi ganun ka-energetic sila. So that's non-negotiable. And then of course, you have to know ano po yung optimal yung energy levels nyo. Nag-try po ako for some days, maybe 3 or 4 times a week in my schedule right now. Naka-fasted training po ako. Meaning to say, wala akong kinain pa. Naka-workout po ako. So, that's okay for me. There are days as well na nakakain na po ako ng first meal ko. Dun po ako, after 3 hours or 4 hours, dun po ako nag-workout. So, posible din po yun. But you have to know, ma'am, either way, fasted training or 3 hours after your meals ka mag-workout, you have to know yung pinaka-sustainable for you. Either of the two, okay lang po. Okay? Fasted training is okay. And then working out 3 hours to 4 hours after your meal is also okay. Okay, so yung fasted training as well, you have to know din na hindi ganun ka-optimal yung energy kasi nga depleted yung energy. Unless you are so trained to it or that's your lifestyle for many years, you can sustain it. I think your energy has adjusted and your energy will be optimal in that way. But again, in general, yung energy natin is not that optimal when we are in a fasted state, when you lift weights. Especially kapag nagle-leg day ka pa. Alam niyo yung leg day, nagsasquats ka, deadlift, pagsabay mo pa yung lunges, tapos naka-fasted ka. Naku, yung iba nahihimatay. So you have to know talaga yung energy levels mo during that time. Okay? Watching from Tagum City, si Nick, yes. Maulan daw in Tokyo, yeah. Sabi ito ni Ma'am Marie Merce, low carb with workout and fasting. Wow. Kamusta po, ma'am, yung energy natin? Si Rizalito is fat adapted na. So most likely yung energy levels, yung cravings niya controlled. Vivian Milanes is also watching. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? We have Tona Romero. Napaka-cute. Alam niyo ba yung mga gusto kong aso na alagaan? Okay, ito yung nasa profile picture ni Ma'am Tona. Kasi hindi ganoon ganoon karami yung balahibo. At saka parang huggable sila. May mga maka-agree ba dyan sa akin? Kasi kapag yung other breed ng dogs, marami yung balahibo, For me, hindi po siya sustainable kasi gusto ko hindi gano'n highly maintenance yung pag-alaga ng aso. Well, yan yung preferred ko. How about ano po yung preferred nyo ng dog breed? Okay. Maria Caberte from Maryland, USA saying hello po. Kamusta po tayo? Si Death naman dito is 8 months na siya. And exercise din po siya. Wow, galing. 8 months na. How did you sustain it, Death? For sure, it takes discipline. No? Thank you, Coach, for mentioning happy to help, man. Happy to mention your wonderful name. Okay, watching from South Cotabato, si Grace Dasok. Yes. Kamusta po yung weather natin dyan? Kag sa tanan, Ilonggo, hiligaynon din ba yung wika ng mga tao nasa South Cotabato? Hindi ko po alam. Yes. Adele Merca is watching from BGC Taguig. Yes. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? How about po if you're running half and full marathon? We have a low-carb doctor in a person of Dr. Brian. He is a low-carber plus nagda-run siya ng marathon plus duathlon, nagsiswim din siya, plus bike, plus nagwo-workout din siya. Very important na if you are running for a competition, you have salt with you, electrolytes. You really need to replenish that. Dun sa event daw, sa mga marathon, ina-attend na ni Dr. Brian, some daw nagde-depend sa sugar for their energy during the marathon. Sa kanya, salt lang. Na-sustain niya. Yeah. At saka he mentioned, iba talaga kapag may muscle ka. Masustain mo yung race. Again, muscle is your support. Muscle will help you with your endurance at saka stamina. So yes, Aileen. Yeah. Good evening, Coach. Watching from Mati City, Davao Oriental. So blessed nakaabot po ako sa live. Yes, I'm blessed as well with your presence, Ma'am Jane. Yeah, can I eat rice if doing workout? If you are into moderate carb, of course, rice is an option as well as a form of your complex carbs. But you have to know ano po yung limit niyo with this. Meron po ba tayong complications? What kind of lifestyle do you want to pursue? Low carb ba? Moderate carb? Keto ba? Kasi again, if you eat rice, strictly low carb, hindi po yan recommended. Kasi of course, it has lots of carbs. But if you are following what I mentioned kanina, and then walang complications naman, yes, you can do this, then you time lang. Okay? During or maybe, no, before your workouts. Okay? Before your workouts. Nick Fidel. Low carb for 1 year and 8 months, but stop workout for 3 months because of eye surgeries. Doc said, wait until he says I'm ready to go back during workouts. Thank you for sharing. Yes. Prioritize natin muna yung healing, and I pray, ma'am, Nick Fed, that you will recover fully and restore your eyesight. Yes. Good evening, Ma'am Jesus Dakulan. Watching from Marikina, si Gerardo Clemente. Ginguog City, si Ali. Yes. Nochwa Esmael. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? Yes. Good evening po. Watching from Las Piñas. 1 year and 7 months ni low carb na po. And doing workout and walking exercise. I'm so happy to hear and read these messages, no? Kasi we thought nakapag low carb na solve na. Sabi nga dito kanina sa video na pinakita ko with Dr. Iris Radev, dun sa tanong ko, sabi niya, some people hype sa low carb na parang yun na talaga, na wala ka nang susunding iba tapos yun ang will sustain your health. So sabi niya hindi yun sustainable. You really need to work out so that your body is strong and functional as well. So yeah. Hello si Flex Fit PH. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? Si Ma'am Juliet is one of my amazing students, working out as well in her senior years. Very busy woman, no? Good evening, Coach Linin, who watching while on travel back to province from convention at SMX. Napaka-busy po neto ni Ma'am Juliet. A modern senior indeed kasi nagta-travel yan back and forth. Tapos, the thing that she's doing right now to sustain it is through workout kasi your body is strong. And what's Ma'am Juliet? Let's work out this week with Ma'am Becca, of course. Tita Pressy is watching from Dubai. Tita Pressy, yes. Looking forward to seeing you in person, Ma'am Pressy. Good evening, watching from Bacoor, Cavite, yes. Good evening, Coach. Si Ma'am Gina Salmiento, yeah. Mas masama loob kapag walang workout, sabi ito ni Flex Fit PH. Obviously, yung name ni Fit PH talagang na-in-love sa workout. That's why you don't feel good kapag walang workout. I can relate with you, no? Kasi, again, workout is part of my routine. And then, I believe kapag nag-workout ako, mas active ako, mas functional po ako. Yes, Carol Armas. Yes, coach, I love workout plus low carb fasting. Happy ako every day. Yes, if you're happy and you sustain it. Okay, ganda gabi watching from Batangas. From Lapu-Lapu naman si Maria Teresa Carolino. Yes. Blessy is always blessed. Yes. Yes po, it really helps, sabi ni Ana. Sabi to ni Flex Fit PH, I'm a non-low carber friend. Wow, thank you for letting me know. And it's good to see other perspectives as well from non-low carber, and you are open and you are welcome here sa community natin, whether you are into low carb or not low carb, totally okay. Lani Guevero is watching as well. Yeah. Coach, yung ebook na bili ko sa iyo, same lang po yan. Hindi po. Different po to. It's a more comprehensive ebook. And I will suggest if you want to go through a more deeper study sa low carb, muscle centric approach natin, I'll recommend you to go for this one, 2.0 natin. Carmelita Soralbo is watching as well. Yes, Ma'am Jeng Lagdiba, I'm also excited to seeing your results, no? Yes po, laki ng tulong daw ng ebook. Yes, thank you po. Good evening, Florina Vergas. Kamusta po tayo, ma'am? Sabi dito ni Ma'am Lanit, opo, very helpful yung ebook. Thank you, ma'am. Hi, Coach. Is it okay lang working out like sa Anytime Fitness? Any gym na convenient sa inyo at saka you can sustain it, go for it. Hindi pa ako nakapag-try mag-Anytime Fitness kasi for my budget, hindi siya sustainable. So, yung ino-offer kasi ng Anytime Fitness is convenience. You can use their membership, tapos you can use their gym branches anywhere. At saka anytime talaga, literally. So, you're paying for that. That's why with other gym membership, a bit higher yung price niya. So, if you can sustain it, ma'am, yes, totally okay. We have here Maria Sandra, kamusta po tayo, Ma'am John Nueva Espina. Leon Imal is also watching. Yes. Lizel is also watching. Nick Feder is also watching. Grabe yung kilat dito sa place ko. I hope all is well. No? Numiningning. Ningning na may between yung kilat dito sa amin. Okay. Versosa is also watching. Yes. Thanks, si Sam. Nice meeting you and privilege to see you face to face. Ma'am Sam, tag niyo po ako sa picture if may pera tayong picture so I can recognize you. Yeah. Nagkita kami sa event last Sunday sa God for Healing Ministries sa One Kainta Auditorium. Great to see you, Ma'am Sam, as well. Yeah, started today, Coach. She's James. Well, yes, si brother James Darrell Arsenio is a wonderful man of God. Nakita kami sa One Kainta. He's one of the amazing speakers as well. He talked about abundance, God's way. And we had a good time. Actually, na-enjoy kami yung company niya with his wonderful wife as well. Looking forward to have another coffee session with you, Brother James. Yeah. Yes, watching from Laguna. God bless, 7 months, naglo-low-carb. Bakit po kaya na-sikmura ko? Most likely, ma'am, that's a symptom of acid reflux. You have to know, ma'am, yung possible triggers ng acid reflux. So, maybe yung carbohydrates is one, or maybe stress po kayo, or maybe sa kape. You have to know yung possible triggers, ma'am, eliminate mo muna up until mawala po yung hapde sa sikmura. Yeah, sa gym po ako, nag-zumba every morning. Wow, yes. 1 hour. Every morning po to, it's really, really hard to sustain. So, it speaks of your dedication. Yeah. Ulan ata at lakas ng kulog. Saan po tayo, Ma'am Lani? Yeah, nasa same place ata tayo, ma'am, ha? Yes, yeah. Nanginginig yung left arms ko kapag naka-floor press. Okay naman pong right arm. Some you have to know yung possible deficiencies. I would suggest for others, you have to go for potassium kasi there's what they call potassium pump. It will help you with pushing. Okay. Also, ma'am, you have to know if tama po yung macros nyo, especially yung protein. So, kasi kapag nangihina po kayo, most likely kulang yung kinain nyo. So, you have to know that, ma'am. And of course, do you replenish yourself with electrolytes? So, make sure, ma'am, you are in good levels with your electrolytes. Yeah. Hope all is well sa ating lahat. Yes. Watching si Ma'am Sunako Nakahara. Yes. Yes, Ma'am Sunako. Yeah. Kamusta po tayo nag-meet kami dun sa event sa One Kainta. Yeah. Kamusta po yung event, Ma'am? After, Ma'am, tag niyo po ako sa picture. If meron po tayong picture, Ma'am, ha? So that I can acknowledge you as well. Dito si BGC pala si Ma'am Lani. Yes, yeah. Malapit na po dito sa amin. Yes. May question ata dito. Let's try to answer, no? Si Death. Okay, si Death dito. Coach, okay lang po ba first kain ko 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.? Then next kain ko po kinabukasan 10 a.m. everyday po ganyan. Time ng exercise ko po 8 or 9 a.m. And next exercise ko 3 p.m. Okay lang po ba yan? Okay, give me time to process this Ma'am Death. So let's say yung first kain mo 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, so I assume yung 2 p.m. is the last meal, no? The next kain ko po kinabukasan 10 a.m. Okay, so let's say 8 a.m. yung workout mo or 9. Tapos yung next meal mo is 10. Okay, okay lang po yan. Natapos po kayo ng workout 9. Tapos you have 30 minutes to 1 hour after po yung ng meal nyo. Yes, that's totally okay. You can have your meals, okay, after your workout. That's totally okay. Okay, that's totally okay. Then next exercise yung 3 p.m. Yes, okay lang po. Yung principle lang po, ma'am, you don't work out right away after your meals. Kasi yung body mo will be focusing on digestion and absorption. When I say absorption, it's a matter of blood flow. Yung body mo will focus, the blood flow will focus on absorption, digestion din sa tummy mo. Kapag nag-workout ka kasi, it's also a matter of blood flow. That's why napapump po yung katawan nyo when you work out kasi pump yung blood. So, hindi nyo po dapat ipagsabay yung pagkain at saka yung workout. So, if ganun yung case, you have to wait for 2 hours before you can have your meals. Okay? And then make sure din po na when it comes to this, you can maintain yung schedule na ganito. Kasi with this, I cannot really understand, ma'am. No? I hope na-answer ko po yung question nyo, Def. But yes, you have to sustain yung workout and now you can gratefully abide to. Kasi yung katawan natin, meron din yung rhythm eh. Meron siyang body tempo. So it will work best kapag may pattern. Every what time ka nag-workout. Every what time ka kumakain. Every what time ka natutulog. So yung rhythm is not just sleeping. It also for your eating pattern at saka yung workout nyo. Kasi kapag paiba-iba, yung katawan natin, masashock din po yan. Kagaya din natin. Di ba kapag iba-iba yung shifting natin sa work schedule, nakaka-stress din po, di ba? The same thing with your body. You have to make sure na you're following a pattern. But of course, ideally, we can never, I think, perfectly follow yung schedule. But I think if you adjust lang, hindi naman ganun ka different ba yung pag-change nyo ng schedule nyo with these 3 areas sa workout, sa pagkain at saka sa sleep. Make sure mo lang na you are not doing it drastically as well. No? Si Maria Concepcion Medina is also watching. Yes, kamusta po tayo, ma'am? Elizabeth Joy de Guzman is also watching. Coach, ano po yung sangkap ng electrolytes nyo? Alam, ang ganda talaga pakinggan ng Tagalog. No? Sangkap. I like the sangkap word better than ingredients. Di ba? Kailangan ko talagang mag-aral ng Tagalog kasi yung audience natin dito Tagalog. Okay? So tulungan nyo ako kasi yung language ko sa Hiligay noon. Ang hirap kasi mag-ano eh. I'm not sure if we can relate, no? Kapag Hiligay noon ka, Ilonggo ka, tapos nag-switch ka sa Tagalog, parang yung dila mo, parang gumaganon ho, parang nag-aaway. So, ewan ko ba, pero I'm willing to learn, no? Para yung wika natin sa Filipino is, parang smooth lang. Okay? So, yung sangkap ko sa electrolytes, ano-ano yung mga sangkap ko? Una, of course, yung sea salt. Meron akong pink Himalayan salt. Mas okay po yun kasi mas mataas yung electrolytes niya compare mo sa usual na salt. Pangalawa, meron po akong cream of tartar. Meron pong McCormick na brand. May other brands din po na makikita sa supermarket. Pangatlo, meron po tayong Epsom salt. Make sure nyo lang po yung edible na Epsom salt yung bibilin nyo. Meron po yan sa Shopee, sa Lazada, meron din sa Watsons. And then from time to time, I put baking soda. But I realized na dapat ko siyang palitan para optimal yung magnesium ko at saka potassium. Kasi yung homemade electrolytes, although homemade siya, pero hindi naman optimal yung nutrients niya. Especially yung potassium at saka yung magnesium. So, yung ginagawa ko po, nagsusupplement po ako ng potassium at saka magnesium para matatarget ko yung kinakailangan ko na RDA, yung recommended dietary intake for potassium at saka magnesium. Tapos yung sea salt, yun yung nilalagay ko na lang sa water ko. So that's more sustainable for me. Yes. Hello to you, Aster Pedro. Yes. Jim Glodovesa is watching from Las Piñas City. May Yama Moto. Yes. Taga Japan po kayo, ma'am. Yeah. Yes. Happy to help. Yeah. Good evening, Ma'am Alicia. Yeah. And good PM. ISTVTYM pa po ako. Ano po meaning ng T, yung ganitong words? Enlighten me. Kasi po ako nag-aaral pa lang ng mga lingwika at saka limitado po yung kaalaman natin sa mga lingwahe. So yeah, enlighten me, Goloran. Ano po ibig sabihin nito? Well, I'm so happy with your time. You put it here. It means that you want to take charge of your health. And I like to encourage the 40s and above. Again, if may sakit sa pamilya, everyone is affected. You know that. Hindi pwede ipagbaliwala yung family member natin. Everyone is affected if meron pong sakit sa pamilya. That's why I would like to encourage 40s and above to take charge. Have to take charge of your own health for your children's sake. You want to take good care of them, you model it first. God bless you. Again, my mission in life is to help you 40s and above to rebuild your health by gaining muscles. And again, life is fun and simpler when you are strong. God bless you.